back to the Skinne podcast. I'm Shahina with my co-host Labs, and we are here to talk cat, give our opinions, laugh a lot, sway a little, because I'm gonna be on my best behavior today. This gun just made me re-record the intro.
Listen, I just wanted to say, I love this
She
girl.
said that I sounded too sad, but okay, here we are
And then
redoing the intro.
She's just like fire, man. Yes, the energy I need.
And here we are. This is the last episode for the season. And then we're going to take a short break and we will be back with season 3. And
I am still not sure who the fuck we think we are.
yeah, the consistency has been, I don't know, like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
The imposter syndrome is gone. Is it in the room with us? No, the fuck it's not. Today it's going to be a bit different.
I'm going to be the interview person.
This episode is going to be about me, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I think it's important.
Yeah, I don't like being in the limelight.
Yeah, but it's just me and you in the room with Ollie.
Okay.
He's giving himself off.
I think I'll be okay. I think I can handle it.
And Ollie's eyes are closed even.
Yeah,
you know?
he's not even looking at us. He's not checking for us.
No, he's cool. So Ollie's the cat, just by the way.
So let's get into it.
Okay, cool. Hi and welcome. Our episode today, like Shahina said, is really about Shahina, and we're not gonna talk about who she is as a person. We're gonna talk about her writing and her journey, her writing journey, which has, wow, I think it was towards the end of last year.
Yeah, mid
last year.
Mid last year.
And this girl has always, okay, let me just origin story.
Must I tell the origin story?
Okay, go. I'm talking about the Google Doc.
The Google Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, so in 2019, I was on Tinder, and this dared me to write a poem. Now, not a lot of people know the story because I don't share the story often. Actually, I just never share the story. But he's like, we were talking about poetry, and I said I love poetry, and he said he loves poetry. And then it's like, you probably can't even write a poem.
Oh my God.
Kasam, I wrote him a poem, and he was blown away. And he's like, did you just write this now? And I said, yes, I did.
Was that your first? Okay, we'll get to that.
No, I don't know. This was
yeah.
that young guy that I really liked.
Yeah, I still like him.
I also still like him.
If you're out there, find us.
I don't even know his name anymore. But he was lovely, and he was younger than me. But yeah, and after that, I was like, oh, I can do this. I like writing. And then I just kept on writing, and it was part of my healing journey. I wrote out all my pain, and then I created a Google Doc, and I just kept on writing. And then I self-published that book. It's on Amazon. It's called Lost and Found Again. And then I just took a little break from writing. And then, mid of last year, I started writing novels.
Okay.
And that's where I am now, writing novels.
But I want to know, was that the first time that you realized you could write?
Yes.
Are you lying?
No, why would I lie?
Okay, I'm not lying.
We did an episode last week. I'm lying.
You know, when I say are you lying, I obviously don't mean are you lying to me.
Okay.
But that blows my mind actually. But you read a fuck ton, man.
Do a lot.
This girl's vocab. Sometimes I'm texting her, and before I use a big word, I fucking ask her, is this meaning what I need it to mean?
I do read a lot. I've read like 75 books this year out of 100. That's my goal.
It's insane. We're only in August, bruh.
We're only in August.
Well, it releases. I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that though. I mean, I write, but I told somebody the other day, in order for me to write, my heart needs to be broken.
But that's the best poems. Like, I feel like my best writing is when I write from a place of pain.
Yeah.
Like happy poems, I can't.
Because it's like the thing you said. When writing is like poison leaving your body.
And that's what my first poetry book was like. There's a lot of angry poems in there, a lot of sad poems.
Okay.
But I just felt after I wrote that, I felt better. And I don't think I'll be able to do another book like that because I feel like I said the things I needed to say.
Okay. And what about journaling? Was that something you did before?
Yes, I did that before, but because the way we grew up, like grew up very poor. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people in the house. I did not trust it.
Oh,
I
wow.
was
Like
if
having a
these,
diary.
yeah, if these people were to find that book,
Yeah.
whew,
Do it.
no, do it.
Oh,
Maningal.
okay.
The expose.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I found something that I wrote. You know, back in the day, Oprah had this gratitude journal. I think she was the first person in the big world to talk about the gratitude journal, and my mom really encouraged us to do it and whatever. And then just at the end of the day, listing 5 things that you were grateful for the day, and it could have been anything like this. Having juice in my vape. I'm grateful for that, you know. And then from that, I would just write sometimes, and especially when I was going through a really hard time. And the other day, I was packing my cupboard and I found something I had written at the end of my marriage.
Mm.
Good Lord.
Was it rough? It was rough.
I I thought of burning it, but I want to honor
that person that wrote that one.
version of me because
Yes.
I am so I still have this deep sadness for her.
But look how far you've come.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And do you think that when you journal or when you're writing, and I'm going to get to your books after this, but I just want to also first focus on that healing, how healing the process of writing, putting those words on that page and then reading it and how that makes you feel. Because it's almost as if it's not in you anymore. It's now living on the page.
Absolutely. Because I mean, I wrote that book 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And now when I reread those poems, like I'm sort of detached from everything in there.
Yeah.
And I read it and it's like, yes, those things happen to me, but I'm so far removed from all the emotions.
From the emotions, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to note as well. You remove from the emotions. It's not as if you pretending it didn't happen or you haven't healed from it or understand that you will constantly be healing from it, but you're in such a better space now, and to be able to look back and yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So now what I want to know, so I read one of Shayna's books. My God. My God. You know, I think that authors and people who write novels that are not about their own lives, so they're creating these characters and all everything makes sense. How did you remember that this happened and then that's gonna happen? And you know, it really is it's a wow for me, right? I don't have any vocabulary.
I mean, wow is a big word.
I'm intimidated. Is wow an acronym?
World of Wonder. Writers who
Okay, so the book that I read, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
That book, so the books that I've written, the first books that I wrote is very much inspired on my life, inspired by my life.
By. You're a writer?
English almost abandoned me there for a second. It's very much the characters are inspired by my own life and other women in my life. So it's like semi-autobiographical. So the book, it's about a woman going through a divorce. She's Muslim, and I don't know if there's a story like this out there, but I would have liked a story like this when I was going through a divorce, because it's a woman going through a healing journey after a divorce. She's reclaiming her identity and sexuality. It kind of exposes the sexism, misogyny, toxicity within the Cape Town Muslim community, the double standards, the hypocrisy, and we don't talk about it. And I thought, okay, I'll put it in a book.
Yeah.
And I have started querying. Querying, for those not in the know, is when you send your manuscript or the first few chapters out to publishers.
Oh, I think it's like a query when you send it to customer service.
Yeah. So
It's the same.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Same word.
So querying is just basically you're just checking to see if they will accept your book for publishing. So I have started sending it out to other people, and I don't know, the story for me, it's just basically the colored community. And look, I think maybe it will upset some people because there's premarital sex in there.
Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about. So I wouldn't say it was hard for me to read because I knew that you wrote it. But the scenes were done in a way that I feel, holy shit, this is happening. And I was literally in the moment there with her, because she's so similar to me as well, and it's a story that so many Muslim women have lived through and felt shame for.
Yeah, the guilt and the shame around that, especially post-divorce.
Yeah. And to see this, to read this and realize, yo, my bro, I wasn't the only one feeling that way. I wasn't the only one struggling with this and struggling with that.
Struggling with your faith, because how do you do those things and then reconcile it with your faith?
What made me intensely sad, there's a part in the book. I don't know if I can talk about the book, huh?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Okay. What really sort of, I like to be triggered sometimes. I don't know if that's a good thing or what the fuck that means.
There'll be trigger warnings in the book because it touches on SA and intimate partner violence. So yeah, it's quite intense.
So what was big for me was how the protagonist struggled with being intimate with this man and trusting him and allowing herself, giving herself permission to feel anything really after her divorce.
Yes.
And not let fear be that feeling.
Yes.
Because that is definitely something that I struggled with.
Especially after your first relationship, after your divorce, it's like kind of a big deal. Especially if it was not a good marriage and your needs weren't met, whether it was emotionally, physically, sexually, spiritually, whatever. All the illies.
I think, yeah, I mean, and what is a good marriage? What is a bad marriage? I think all marriages are both at the same time sometimes. Anyway, so, I mean, yeah, so you highlighted really things about being divorced in our community that we never speak about, which I thought was brilliantly done.
And because the thing is, when I started writing my book, like my books were set in New York and London and all these fancy places, and I'm like, no man, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set my books in Cape Town because I can describe every neighborhood I've ever lived in.
Exactly.
I don't need to do research.
You know what? It's believable. Man.
Yeah, like I can describe the roads in Woodstock and Salt River and Buka because I lived there.
And I'm gonna give the whole book away. Who's gonna buy a book?
No, you guys must still buy it. Okay, can give them one more spoiler.
Okay, I'm just saying how you used your knowledge of the areas in which they live, the fire, for instance, and the wind, and
because Woodstock is cuck windy.
Yeah, I know, and I know that.
Yes,
we all know that, and then we will be like, oh yeah,
that makes sense. The fire spreading on Devil's Peak because it's windy and then struggling to put it out makes perfect sense if you grew up in Salt River and Woodstock.
And also inside because I'm never thinking about the firemen. If they were right.
Because it's like, just get the helicopter to get the water from the ocean and just steal the fire.
Okay, so there are some scenes which are the only reason it was a bit difficult for me to read was because I knew you wrote it, and I must look at you every day and be like, my blue. But I mean, there's absolutely nothing we don't talk about.
Yeah.
But I think it was more that you wrote this and this is how it's making me feel.
Yes.
Which is amazing because that's what you want from your
And
readers,
it wasn't
right?
all bad. Like the
No, it's not.
representation of Mariam's family, she had a very supportive family, but she still felt like she was letting them down.
Yeah, that's big, eh? Also, she's the older sister. So that also makes sense. So you see, this character for me is so multi-dimensional. And even if you have never been married, have been married and or still married, or you are divorced, or whatever, there's something within that character that you are going to resonate with.
Yeah.
In one way or another. Which is, I mean, I think that's a great thing.
So yeah, I enjoyed writing the book. It was hard for me to edit. I put off editing the book because I was triggering myself.
That's got me.
Yeah. So I was triggering myself. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. There's even cancer. It's a heavy book.
Yeah, it is heavy. And I mean, I don't know, our lives seem to have been lived very parallelly.
Yeah.
Parallelogram.
It's Pythagoras. So, but I mean, I still feel like I did it justice. I did represent the good aspects of a Muslim family. Because
I think what you did, Shaina, was depict exactly what it is.
Yeah, the good and the bad.
The truth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I have read, I think I've read one or two where the representation was, oh, we're going to take sisters and then we're going to do this. Yo, you mustn't do that, man. You know, like that kind of vibe. And yeah, that's kind of who we are, but it's not all of who we are.
Exactly.
You know, and we were talking about this when we went to go watch that play about representation and seeing ourselves
reflected on the pages,
on the pages, on the stages, on the TV screens, and how empowering that is for people like us.
Yes.
You know, where we can actually say, yo, that happened to me.
Yeah.
That is me.
And it's nice to see how people, because and not just, the thing is, when we see ourselves in media, or when we do eventually see a brown person's book published, I feel like they only want to see our pain in a certain type of setting. So you don't get to see us in a positive light. You don't see us get happy there's just pain. I remember
victims of
apartheid or gangsterism. They only want to show that part of us. What's that movie? I can't even remember the name of that movie. That true story where that lady killed her son.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that was a true story. It's her story, and I love that she got to tell her story. But that there are other stories.
That's so tragic.
There are other stories to tell, and
other sides to the story.
Other sides to the story.
For instance, that story specifically, they did touch on the happier times and whatever, but it's not all doom and gloom all the time. You know. Okay. Wow. I want to know, what is the plan? Well, okay, firstly, when you write a story like this one specifically, because I feel like this is going to be the first published book.
I also, because surprisingly, this was actually the third book I wrote. So there were 2 books I wrote before. Okay, so when I wrote the first book, Mariam was a side character. No, it's fine. So Mariam was just a side character, and then I wrote.
But who was the protagonist? I like that word, protagonist.
Oh, Ali was the protagonist in the first book.
Oh, really?
And Mariam was a side character, and then I wrote Riyadh, who's also a side character. And when I saw the 2 of them interact in one scene together, I was like, I like the 2 of you together.
Yeah.
And then I still just left them.
Yeah.
And then I wrote book 2, and I still thought about these 2 side characters. Yeah. And I'm like, but wait, I need to do something with the 2 of you. Because I really like the 2 of you as something. And at the time, I wrote Mariam as a married woman, but I couldn't. And she was happily married.
Oh, wow.
She was
That
happily
guy.
married yes, and then I'm like, no, you are not happily married. I'm still not gonna give you trauma.
Yeah.
Um,
You needed a bit of it.
I needed a bit
You
of
make it
it.
spicy.
I needed to make it spicy. And then I'm like, okay, no, you're gonna be unhappily married. Sorry to do this to you, but yeah,
You'll get over it, girl.
you'll get over it. I'll give you a happy ending, but
Yeah.
you need to go through some shit.
What does that feel like though? Giving that you have the power to do all of that. Isn't that like crazy?
No, but they tell me to do that.
Who told you?
The characters.
Do they speak to you?
Yes, so guys, sometimes writers are very pretentious, okay? Please don't come for me. But sometimes the characters tell me who they are and what needs to happen to them.
Okay.
They are in charge, okay? And also my writing process is so in the writing world, you get people who plot.
Yeah.
And they're called plotters.
Okay.
And then you get people who pants, and they are pantsters because we write.
What's a pantster?
We write by the seat of our pants.
Oh wow.
So I don't plot out my stuff. I just write, and I just write. So
do you write from the beginning to the end?
I write from beginning to end, and I don't know how the story's gonna go. Just as I'm writing, it just comes into my mind. I'm like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. So I don't know the very next word that's coming.
Okay.
It just as I'm writing, it comes.
That sounds mad, maybe.
Yes.
But it happens.
But it happens. It just happens. I've started plotting now a little bit because I realized that sometimes pantsing, it's not sustainable, especially if I'm like, because the book I'm writing now, I'm busy with a zombie apocalypse novel, which I did plot out. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm also busy with a sci-fi mystery. So I write a lot of different genres. But I just thought that I want to just write different things because why are we restricting ourselves to one type of story?
Yeah.
We also want stories about magic. We also want, where's the magic?
We're not allowed to.
We are the fairy tales. We are the action and the adventure.
We are the superheroes. Or
where's the comedy? Because I feel like colored people, we are so diverse and we have so much creativity in us. Whether it's anything, I think we are just such creative people.
Yeah.
And we are such artisans. We are such storytellers. I mean, even just in conversation, colored people are storytellers.
Totally.
And I feel like we should let that side come out. And we should encourage our kids. I mean, I was not encouraged to write as a child. I was told to study further, get a sensible degree, get a sensible job, a job that pays well because...
Yeah, you don't want to be poor.
You don't want to be poor and you
can't be a pavo.
You can't be a pavo. So it's because it's like writing was never not something you can make money off.
Okay, so I mean ultimately, and I'm not thinking about one specific book. But what do you want your readers to feel when they read your work?
I want them to feel like this is them on the page.
Okay.
This is us. They are the characters.
Yeah.
And I want them to escape a little.
Yeah.
So as much as I want them to relate and as much as I want them to resonate with the story, I also want to give them some escapism.
Yeah.
But to escape into a world that's similar to where they live, but they know they're going to get a happy ending.
Yeah.
I always want to give them a happy ending. I'm not going to give ambiguous endings, ambiguity.
Yeah,
that word.
Yeah.
I don't want to give open ending. I mean, I guess if a story calls for one, maybe.
Yeah.
But for now, I want to give people happy endings.
Okay.
Because life sucks and electricity is expensive.
And I think that's the thing about reading a book. If you really wanted to know how it ended, you just page to the back of the book.
Yeah.
Especially when life is lifing a little bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
And you just need a definite, okay, cool, this is going to happen. I can read further now.
Yeah.
I never do that. I've never done that before. But
I've also never skipped to the... I read through it, even if it's torture. I might skim a little.
Even if it's a cut book, maybe I'm reading the book.
Yeah. Look.
I can't not.
I have. Sometimes there were times when I just did not finish.
Really? It was too bad, man.
It was really bad.
Like the liar book.
No, I finished. No, I finished it.
I finished it.
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay.
Because I still feel guilt. There's still guilt around not. It's like eating if they said no, must finish your food on the plate.
Don't leave anything.
Don't leave.
Waste.
Don't waste. So it's the same with a book. I said, oh, I must finish it. I will skim parts if I see it's just descriptions of a room. I'm like, okay, that's not important to the plot. Then I'll skim that part, but I have to finish the book because I need to know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so I think I could never write a story that was not my own. I don't think I have the brain for it.
I also used to think that, but I think, honestly, everyone, I think you all have a book in you.
I think we all deserve a book.
I think we all deserve a book. I don't believe it that people say, oh, I don't think I can write a book. Because I thought I couldn't write a book until I wrote a book.
Yeah.
And I really believed I couldn't.
And you wrote a whole book.
A whole book. So,
the beginning,
end. I mean, the middle is the tough part. Like the middle section, that's where I generally struggle.
Okay.
Because it's almost like when it's like when you're climbing up the hill and you get to the top and you're like, oh my God, the top is like where you're stuck. Yeah. And downhill is easy. Yeah. But I think all of us have at least one book in us.
I'd like to, I started and then I don't know. But what would your advice be though? Don't tell me just start. Don't tell me that.
I would say
find a community.
Find community. Find a writing group. I am in a writing group. You can follow us, the Wordsmiths Guild, on Instagram. We meet once a month at Pinelands Library. So if you follow us, that's where they make the announcements of which Saturday we meet and what time we meet. It's generally between 10 a.m. and 12, and it's usually the first or second Saturday of the month now. But give us a follow, because after I joined the group, things got a lot better for my writing. The scary thing is you have to submit you for writing for feedback, and it's very scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because people read your work and they critique it, or they give you feedback. They say, oh, you can do this, you can do that. And it's scary for people to give you feedback on your writing, because now you feel like, oh, I'm a shit writer. I'm not good enough.
But you know, that's what, when I think about it, when you write something, poetry, short pieces, novels, whatever it is open to interpretation.
That's the other thing. Like I always say, when I write the poem, it's for me. When I share the poem, it no longer belongs to me. It now belongs to whoever. It now belongs to the reader. Once I release it, that poem's no longer mine. And you can, like, I went to this poetry evening in the week, and all the poets that went up felt the need to explain what the poem means.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Just read the poem, and I will interpret it how I want to interpret it.
Yeah. Because you can't force people to see it.
You can't, exactly. I might take away a totally different meaning of what you intended.
Yeah.
But that's for me to analyze and interpret your art the way it made me feel.
Sure.
Because when we experience art, it's about how it made me feel.
Yeah.
Not what your intention was.
And I mean, we are all completely different people.
Exactly.
Going through, none of us are experiencing the same life.
So I think, it's very brave to go up there and read your poems to a bunch of strangers. But even those people, I would encourage them to join a writing group, because it's very clear that none of them are in a writing group.
Okay.
It sounds like they just sit in their room and scribble things,
which is okay.
Which is okay, but
if you want to be serious.
If you want to be serious, join a group.
If you want to be a rupee.
If you want to be a rupee, and because in the group we share a lot of resources. Like there's so many books out there that you can read to improve your craft. There's a lot of resources out there. If you're looking for something to get started, you can read The Emotional Thesaurus. I don't know, I can't remember the author's name, but there's an entire series called The Emotional Thesaurus, and they literally teach you how to write, basically how to express emotion. Because
that's crazy.
Yeah, because sometimes instead of how to explain emotion in the body, like how to use body language to explain emotion. There's so many books out there, honestly, just to articulate people's emotions. You just get better at it.
Okay.
So like instead of saying he said angrily, because I like using this example, instead of saying he said angrily, because we don't really like adverbs, you can say he balled his hands into fists at the side of it. Like, you know what I mean? So you can show anger in the body without without us without having you can show anger in the body without saying
Without using the word angry.
or even saying she said with an anxious whatever tone. You can show what was it. Was she fidgeting? Was there sweat on her brow? And that's these resources are out there and they
Like
exist.
Annoyance suddenly started tapping his foot.
And like if you write romance, there are certain beats that happen in romance. Like there's the meet cute.
This is not a 101.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying it's out there. You said, how do we get started? And you didn't want me to say just start writing. What I'm saying is there are resources.
Okay.
If you're serious, go find them.
If you're serious, also just maybe get in touch with Shahina, bruh.
Slide into my DMs.
Don't hurt yourself, but slide. Is there anything else you want to say about your writing friend?
Follow me, Shahina Writes, on Instagram. I share poems, I share short stories.
Yeah.
I share memes and reels. I try to be funny. I don't know if I fail or succeed.
Okay. I love this journey that you're on. I have seen you. Wow, it's been really wonderful to watch.
Yeah. And you have to put yourself out there. I know it sucks because generally writers are introverts. And the way I've been networking, guys, there are not enough of us in these spaces.
It's making me tired.
The space is still dominated by too many white voices.
And white people can't be telling our stories, guys.
Yeah, we need to tell our own stories. I feel like brown people, we need to start writing our own stories. We need your voices. We need our voices out there.
Okay. I love that.
I also love that.
I'm going to write a book.
Please do. But also, what happened to your collection of poems?
It's there, man. You know where it lives.
Okay.
I need a heartbreak, but I don't want one.
No.
So,
I'm cool. Okay, but what about? Because it's not as if your memory is good. So it is. Okay. You could go back and start writing about the journey from A to B where you are now.
Okay. That's a plan, I guess. But for now, I'm really just concentrating on my knitting, okay?
That's fine.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm a little sad.
Yeah, same. I am, but I feel good.
I also feel good.
I feel strong. We have a really amazing season 2 planned for you.
Season 3.
No, you lie.
Yes.
Yes, because she's not a liar, remember?
We just did that episode last week.
Okay. Okay, then we'll see you in season 3.
We wanted to keep this one short because we're tired. We're perimenopausal.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on. And
yeah.
And that's us.
If you have anything that you would like us to talk about, I don't know, just let us know.
Either DM us, email us, theskinnebakerpodcast@gmail.com. You know this by now. I say it every week.
And I still don't know.
Follow, rate, like, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube. You know what to do. Leave a message after the beep.
Thank you so much for listening. If you're still listening, what if nobody's listening?
No. Jody was very mad at us.
Okay, Jody, I just want to say you are my only fan.
No, there's also... Okay.
I'm joking.
Shout out to Namreen Sunday.
Totally.
Because, girl, we see you. We appreciate you.
We see you tapping.
You liking. You commenting. It's not going unnoticed. And we love that for you, and we love that for us. Until season 3.
Thanks and bye.
Bye.